Got my bird friend. This is my friend's bird. His name's Chickapoo. And he's really trying to eat this bracelet. I gotta keep stopping him. Chickapoo, say hi. And he likes to fly, he's so cool. Say hi. Look at him. So anyways, we've spent most of the day doing some work, and we went out to the beach, about a 20-minute drive from here. Met up with 3 other people that are part of our community. One of them, 9 months ago, was working in a corporate software sales job in the UK, unhappy with life, and decided to go all in and just really create freedom for himself. He's had a lot of success. He's traveling the world right now as we speak, and is actually getting ready to start what he's calling the Ferrari project series, or maybe that's what I'm calling it. I told him that's a good name, but he's going to buy a Ferrari and he's going to do an entire road trip throughout all these cities of Europe. So, you know, for him, that was the dream. The other couple, they've been working through their own businesses. They've actually created their own YouTube ad agency and have a background in the military. So it just goes to show you that people from all walks of life, really, you know, no experience is needed to do this. You just really have to tap into the potential. You've got to be open-minded, and you just have to follow the system step by step, and the rest will take care of itself. So I'm getting really low on storage. We've been recording a lot. I got to figure out a way to get all my data off this phone, but just thought I'd check in with you guys. We're relaxing. We're having a good old time. We're still going to be here for a whole nother week, so there's plenty to do. But after going through all the walking and the tourist attractions and the humidity of Singapore, we feel good just sitting down and relaxing. We're going to watch a documentary right now. Everything's going good with our business, and we're able to do everything from the road. If anything, I just want, you know, this portion of the video to serve as proof that Chickapoo can fly from anywhere onto your hand and start eating your bracelet, and that just like Chickapoo, if you really want something like this bracelet, you got to keep going after it over and over. No matter how far away we take him, he keeps coming back to this bracelet because he knows what he wants. Please stop eating it. Stop eating it, please. You're gonna mess it up. Anyway, but yeah, I just hope that this portion of the video is proof that, you know, you can really run a business from anywhere in the world, especially when you tap into the power of the internet. So if you have an online business model, there's really no limitations to what you can do. You have scalability, you have geographic freedom, time freedom, and you have the ability to really just find a passion, something that you really, really want to do, something that you do effortlessly. So if you ask yourself right now, you know, what's the thing that I spend the most time doing where I forget that time is passing? And if you can be honest with yourself, whatever that is, and you're willing to take on learning how to implement different systems and leverage the internet to make that passion a reality business of something that you can actually do and make money from, then you've found the winning combination. There's really nothing else that you need, especially in today's world. You know, I hate when I hear people say they just can't do it because they don't have time, or they're not experienced, they don't have computer, you know, they're not tech savvy, or they have kids and they're too busy, or, you know, they don't have the money to do these things. Everything like that, I hate hearing that, because I know how false that is. And I know that for a long time, I told myself the same story. And it wasn't until I got really clear with myself, and I basically said, you know, are you going to spend the next 20 years of your life doing something that you don't want to do, or are you going to spend the next 1 to 2 years getting educated, learning the skills that you need to learn, and surrounding yourself by people who are doing what you want to do in order to reach the goal that you want to have? So careful, Chickapoo. So for anyone that's watching this right now, if you're looking at this video and you're just thinking to yourself that it sounds good, you know, maybe some people can do that, but you can't, I'm going to call you out right now. I'm going to tell you this. You can absolutely do it. The only thing that's standing in your way is your beliefs. So if you say you can't do it, if you believe that it has to be hard, or that only certain people get lucky, then that's exactly the reality that you will see every day in your life, forever and ever. But if you admit to yourself that other people are doing things and you're interested in those things, and you know that you could probably do them yourself, but you're just a little scared, maybe you just lack the knowledge and the know-how, Or, maybe even the resources. I didn't have the resources. I had to borrow money. I had to, find ways to create extra time. I had to work while I was at my previous job. So every lunch break that I had, every break that I had, I was getting on and watching trainings. I was attending webinars. I was finding a way to say yes and not making excuses. And that's something too to talk about. There are some people that I've worked with, and I advise them, hey, there's a call coming up that you should really jump on because this person has helped me learn something that's very valuable. But when you hear things like, oh, well, yeah, I don't have time during, 3 p.m. to get on that call, then I don't think that the person is wrong. I know that they have something that they truly have to, that they've committed to doing. But the question is, how do you find the way to be free, how do you find the way to have the money for what you want to do? That's the question as an entrepreneur that you have to always be asking, is not so much, can I do this? Or it's more about, how can I do this, right? So if you don't have the money, the question is, how can I find the money to do this? If you don't have the time, how can I make time to do this? If you don't have the resources or the support from people, then it's like, where do I find the resources, or where do I find people that can support me? When you start thinking like that, you're on the right track to becoming an entrepreneur. And whatever, field you want to be in, it's totally possible to do it. What you need is a good foundation, a basic education and understanding of how things work. And then you tailor that to your passion. You tailor that to what you already have cultivated inside you, your skills. And the rest is pretty simple, Once you start doing something that you're truly passionate about, you become magnetic. You start to attract people who are interested in that. And the reason is because you are doing something with purpose, with passion, and it's contagious. People can see that. Whenever you're doing something that you're not passionate about, let's take your current job, for example. When I was selling phones, in the beginning, when I believed in what I was selling, when I thought it was just the best thing since sliced toast, I was very, very successful. And once I started to lose passion for it, once I stopped believing in what I was doing, my sales dropped. My work ethic dropped, and the things that I was doing they were average. I wasn't getting extraordinary results. So I knew that was one of the key indicators to tell me that what I was doing was not for me. Now, I'm not saying that people who want to be doctors or lawyers or sales professionals, managers or caregivers are wrong, or that they don't understand the way the world works. Some people really, really enjoy their work. And if you enjoy your work, then you should do it. But if you're in a place where what you're doing is not something that you enjoy, and it's not something that makes you happy, there always will come that time where you're going to have to be real with yourself. You're going to have to sit down and you're going to have to say, look, this is not for me. And I know that I can't just instantly quit my job and, change up everything in my life because I have responsibilities or I have things to do, but how can I move closer to where I want to be? How can I find people to surround myself with that are going to make me better and help me get to the goals that I have? So hopefully that makes a lot of sense for you. And if you're, really just in recording that, I just want to reach one person out there. If you're that one person who hears this message and it transforms your life, then my work is done, right? So I think that's all I have for right now. I'm going to hang out with my buddy Chickapoo a little bit longer. He's flexing. Hey, there you go.